So December 2013 was when the original Gammas came out, and now 2025 we have the return of a retro, not an original colorway. In fact, back in 2013 there was a lot of discussions about the Gammas, and I did a video, a couple of videos talking about these because I was actually doing YouTube back then as well. So shout out to anybody that's been around for the journey so far. But this is the 2025 Gamma Air Jordan 11s, and they look really good. I think that they look like a nice version of the Gammas. The Gammas in general were one that, again, people didn't like. So when they originally came out, a lot of people wanted a different pair. They wanted like the Columbias or something else because there was so many other original colorways that were releasing up until then, and then other of the OG colorways just never retroed yet. So then they give us the Gammas, and everybody's like, what is this? This is not an original colorway. Holiday collection, it doesn't make any sense. But then after they released, like, people liked them. There was rumors of 250, 300,000 pairs of them back then, which was a lot. And then it seems like that shoe over the years gained a lot more popularity than, I don't know, than what it was originally. So I think it's been fun to see just the ups and downs of the Air Jordan 11 Gamma. Now we are here at 2025. I wanted to do this video a little bit after the release. I've had them since the release day. I wanted to wait till the hype died down a little bit. Since I didn't get them early for like an early look or anything like that, it's kind of like fun to do like a post look. But what do you guys think about the Gammas? Did you guys pick up a pair or not? And were you happy that you got a pair of them? I mean, I feel like this is the holiday Air Jordan 11, the big one that everybody was waiting for. We had a lot of different Air Jordan 11s drop in 2025, which was kind of like hit or miss. Like, some of the colorways were not very good. And I think a lot of people were really anticipating the Gammas out of most of them. Even the Rare Airs were like okay comparison, but I think the Gammas are the ones that are the most sought after. I saw in the mall videos of people just stacking up in line waiting to pick up their pairs. So there was definitely some hype around it, and they are sold out everywhere. The resale market's sitting around $300 or so. And considering the retail on them was $235, I mean, that's not too much of a margin for you after fees and shipping and everything else that you have to pay. So there is a little bit of resale for some people, but it's not enough money to go crazy off of. At the end of the day, it's a pair that hopefully, if you wanted a pair, you can get them close to retail, or hopefully you got them at retail. I mean, I got mine from JD Sports, just the RSVP thing. I mean, I didn't even have to wait or do nothing. I just was able to enter that and get them. But it is a pretty nice looking colorway. I think the thing that stood out the most in the original release for these, as I'll let you hear in my own voice, is the black midsole. I love the fact that this had a black midsole instead of the white midsole. But honestly, guys, like, one thing that I look at this shoe, and the first thing that pops out to me when comparing to the Space Jam is that midsole. And I really like the fact that they blacked out this midsole. To me, the difference between a blacked out midsole on this makes this shoe. It makes a shoe because it's so clean. It's like it's just like a nice looking sneaker with the all black everything, and even the sole's not really super crazy icy, or if it is, it's more of a darker tint because of everything else being black. And I mean, look at versus the Space Jam, it's a lot whiter around the sole because the midsole is white. So because of that, it really helps make this sneaker look a lot more like all black, which I really dig. It did have little hits of color though, obviously. The little bit of blue here on the side with the Jumpman, also on the tongue, and then on the little pod section, or the little cutouts on the outsole. Other than that, you do have gold on the 23, and then gold on the Jumpman Jordan across the tongue as well. And then black across the ballistic nylon on the upper, black on the patent leather, black midsole, black carbon fiber, and then even a smoked out kind of icy outsole. Black liner as well with the Jumpman on the bottom in gold, and then the reverse side of the tongue is a little bit of blue. But ultimately, this is just one of those shoes that I think looked good back in the day. It was a divisive colorway because it was not original, like I already said. But I mean, people just ended up liking the shoe anyway. And then I saw the resales at some point were like upwards of $400 or $500 of the original ones. And now that they're coming back like 12 or so years later, it is kind of crazy to see how the market is reacting. I mean, we already know the sneaker market is pretty slow. We already know the Jordan market is pretty slow. But I feel like it's like the pair that everybody knows is going to be the sought after pair because it is the holiday release. Even though this year it was like very convoluted with all of the other 11 releases, as I mentioned. But now that they're releasing this colorway, like, what is going to be next? I mean, I'm curious if they're going to continue this tradition of the holiday Air Jordan 11s. I feel like they're going to, because it is always the big final push before the new year so they can hopefully make as much sales as they can. But I also think that it's like, where do you go from here? They can bring back other colorways that have released that have not retro, like just newer colorways again. And as I mentioned earlier, there's a ton of different like player exclusive colorways that they could release that people would go kind of crazy over. But this is a very unique one where they were bringing back a pair that was not an OG, and a lot of people were anticipating it, and some people were not excited. I did have an original pair, and I've had, I think, every single Air Jordan 11 release, major Air Jordan 11 release, for the last decade or so. So I've been really fortunate to be able to do that. But it is fun to be able to see all the different releases. But I do feel like Jordan Brand's kind of losing touch of, like, I don't know, like bringing good colorways. There's a couple good releases this last time around, and they were just mid colorways as far as I'm concerned for the Air Jordan 11s that dropped this year so far. But that's just my opinion. I'm an older dude, and I've been collecting for so long. It's my opinion's totally skewed versus somebody that's a newer collector. So leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Like, what should they be doing for the next couple of years? Should they be doing another holiday next year? It's just one of the most coveted Air Jordan models. So the fact that they're releasing retros again from 12 years ago, but I do feel like they need to bring it some new life and get some new, like, really good colorways. Make us, really want a pair of 11s. Maybe tell us a really good story as well. I don't know. But anyway, that's short and sweet. My thoughts on the Gammas. I'm happy that I got a pair at retail, even though that is elevated. 235 is crazy to me, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm happy that I was able to get them at retail and not go crazy and waiting, any brawls or anything like that at the mall. It was a really easy pickup, and that's the way I personally like it. But hopefully you got a pair if you guys are after them. Anyway, hopefully you guys had a good holiday. Appreciate y'all for stopping in and watching. Hopefully you guys are following along. Subscribe if you guys have not thus far. And hopefully we'll see you back on the channel for some more vids. See you guys.